So here I am, out on the streets with my head in my hands. I've got no plans, only to see you again. Don't get me wrong, sometimes I like being kicked on the ground. I'm not that strong, but then I come to my senses. Yeah, I'm coming. You can feel my power, and I feel what is real when she feels me. And I feel what is real when she feels me. And I feel don't be afraid. Don't do that man with the scar on his face. It's a charade. It's just the way you've been living. Yeah! I'm coming. You can feel my power. And I feel what is real when she feels me. And I feel what is real when she feels me. Yeah. And I feel what is real when she feels me. And I feel what is real when she feels me. Yeah. And I feel what is real when she feels me. And I feel what is real when she feels me. Yeah. And I
Hi everyone, Dan here, and I just wanted to put a little snippet about AstroWorld and what we do because I want to start getting the word out because I think it's becoming more and more of a giant community, and I want to get the word out to some other people. So what we do at AstroWorld is We hold astrophotography chats on Wednesdays at 9 p.m. and Fridays at 8 p.m. Eastern time. And we just talk astrophotography. Wednesday's more of a techie kind of advanced intermediate, and Fridays is more of a newbie kind of thing. So if you want to check us out, and if you want to, hang out with some semi-decent people that like to go off the rails a little bit and have fun while they're doing it, come check us out at astroworldweb.com, and you can check out the schedule, and you can sign up for all the free giveaways that we do. We just gave away an Eagle 4 Pro, an Optolong filter kit, Charles Brackenstein's books, and a whole bunch of other stuff. So come to astroworldweb.com, hang out with us, have a good time, and as always, remember to keep imaging, keep educating, and clear skies. And I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.
All right. Where did my color go? Got your head in the sand. You can't be in control using a powerful hand. I wanna be you, I wanna see you. Don't taste the kisses of hate. Don't try to tell me, don't try to sell me, don't try to say it's too late. You're gonna push me to the edge, back me in a corner, making me stand in your shoes. Push me to the edge, hide a little color, it's black and white and blue. Black and white and blue, yeah. All right. Yeah. Cat learns to ring a bell. Rat gets free from the maze. We can be taught to love. We've got to learn a new way. I wanna see you, I wanna be you. Don't taste the kisses of hate. Don't try to tell me, don't try to sell me, don't try to say it's too late. Yeah, you're gonna push me to the edge, back me in a corner, making me stand in your shoes. Push me to the edge, add a little color, it's black and white and blue. Black and white and blue. Yeah. I wanna be, I wanna see, don't taste the kisses of hate. Don't try to tell me, don't try to sell me, don't try to say it's too late, late. Push me to the edge, back me in a corner, making me stand in your shoes. Push me to the edge, add a little color, it's black and white and blue. Yeah, black and white and blue. You're going black and white on the edge, back me in a corner, making me stand in your shoes. Push me to the edge, add a little color, it's black and white and blue. Black and white and blue. on my telescope now. Get roll with this thing.
The lost Lone Ranger, can I break this spell? One thing right, I make two things wrong. I want that fine line, I will always take the fall. If I don't use them, I can hear from the right. I sleep all day long, and then I'm breathing through the night. I've seen a lot of bankers, and I've seen a lot of cops. I've seen a lot of lawyers pull out all the stops. I've seen a lot of children with their parents in their hands. I felt a lot of women.
And all right, here we go. And we are back tonight on another Friday night on AstroWorld TV. Let me mute the YouTube because I'm hearing it twice. Let's turn that off. All right, cool. So awesome. So we got Dave here who's hanging out with us tonight, and we're gonna have Eric in a little bit. He just got home from work, so he's running a little late. So we are going to be doing, and I'm missing a light. That's why I'm looking kind of like, let that be your last battlefield Star Trek kind of thing going on. But let me turn on this light. There we go. There we go. That's a little better. And so yeah, we're here, and we're going to be doing image of the week tonight. We're going to do Constellation night. So I very quickly made up my PowerPoint on Bela, the constellation in the southern hemisphere. And hey, Bob, Dan, Greg, Tom, Dave. Dave is Dave's right here. But let's see. All right. Dan, yep, everybody, the usual suspects are here. So, now Eric's here. Hold on a second. Here we go. Let me see if this works. There we go. All
there
right.
he is.
There we go.
Ooh, got a fresh haircut too. I see.
Yeah, man. He shaved it. He shaved the head. Shaved the nugget. And you got no audio, I don't think, Eric. Let me see if it's me or you. It's me. Forget it. There we go. I got you.
You got me now?
Yep, you're good.
Okay, cool.
All right.
Sweet. What's happening, everybody? Happy Friday. Happy Friday.
Happy Friday. Yeah.
Happy Friday.
It's
Yes,
I don't know.
yes.
Fridays are Thursdays to me because I usually work. Oh man, so I fixed this for the guy that was on last week, and now Dave, you look so fat right now, so I'm gonna fix that real quick. So
Wow,
I'm gonna fix that real quick
You look
for you.
so fat right now.
Usually I look very thin and pale, so.
I mean,
Talk
not for
about,
nothing.
the
Normally
camera
they say,
puts on
the
10,
camera
20 pounds on you.
Yeah, it added like 60 to him. So I mean, we're gonna fix that real quick. So
Exactly.
let's see. We'll do that, and I gotta reset
Dan
all this.
Dan has no filter. He has no tag. Wow.
Yeah, right.
Reset all this.
Exactly.
Give me 1 second, and I'll fix all this real quick.
Dave he's larger than life.
Yeah, that, you know what? Can't be larger than life.
Yeah.
And we'll do that.
Take care, Tarek. Get some sleep.
Yeah. Tarek is a trooper.
Yeah,
man,
it's like Saturday morning there.
We'll do that. We'll do that for now, and then we'll fix that later. I totally changed all the settings because of who is it last week? Adrian's camera.
Adrian was all long. Adrian was elongated.
Adrian looked like I had a video of Empire Strikes Back. I'll never forget it. It was a bootleg video on VHS tape. For those of you that remember VHS tape, but it was my dad got Star Wars and Empire Strikes Back on VHS, and basically what they did was they literally just took a camera on a tripod and laid it in the movie theater and just recorded the screen. That's what they did back then. So,
oh man,
yeah. So, but what happened was they recorded it. It was like one of those video cameras that you put the whole videotape in, and they recorded it on a mode called SLP. I don't know, if you remember what SLP is.
SLP,
but
super long play.
Super long play. That's right. Yeah. And what happens is it slows down the videotape. It's like slowing the resolution of your camera so you can fit more on the tape, right? So you got 2, 4, and 6. And what happened to the picture was it made their head just like get squashed. so it was pretty bad. But anyway, welcome. It's Friday night, and that's my piece of useless information for tonight. We're going to be doing Image of the Week. We got Constellation night, like I said. We got giveaways to give away. Is it the last Friday of the month? I think it's the last Friday of the month. Is it?
It is the last.
It is the last Friday of the month. So that means we're not only giving away a Masters of PixInsight workshop, but we're also giving away an IP4AP yearly subscription. So we're giving away both of those. And before we get into that, let's get into the sponsors real quick. We'll go over the sponsors a little bit. And if anybody knows anybody that wants to be a sponsor, we're looking to revamp our sponsorships. Feel free to hit me up on AstroWorld, Dan at AstroWorldWeb.com or AstroWorldTelescopes.com, and we'll get more sponsors. So please, sponsors help the channel grow. So it gives us free stuff for everybody. So here we go. So thank you, everybody, for coming on. We do have some sponsors for giveaways. Prima Luce Lab and Optolong have been a long, stalwart people and companies that have been supporting the channel since the beginning. So thank you to them. Appreciate it. You guys are great at the Red Giant level. At the Super Giant level, we're doing Masters of PixInsight and IP4AP. We give away a free workshop for Masters of PixInsight every Friday night. And if you are not channeled into these giveaways, go to AstroWorldWeb.com and go into giveaways, and you could sign up for all these giveaways. It's free stuff. Get involved. And like I said, if you know any companies or got any ins that are looking to sponsor, some semi-decent people on a semi-decent bi-weekly YouTube show, feel free to kind of help us out and email me at dan@astroworldweb.com. We're also giving away tonight a free IP4AP yearly subscription, and it's a great tutorial stuff for PixInsight and for Photoshop. So if you haven't seen it yet, check it out, but you have a chance tonight to win a free year subscription of that tool. So thank you to both of them. Also, we have our own retail shop, AstroWorld Telescopes. Feel free to come join us there and grab all your Astro gear that you may want. We are just continuously growing. We're going to be at NEAF again with the TV and with the shop, so it's going to be a lot of fun. So come check us out. Let's see. Last week we had Adrian Bradley, the Nightscaper, showed us a lot of great tools and tricks to do wide field astrophotography, how to do it, how to get sharp tack pictures. If you haven't seen it, go check it out. It's on last week's video, Adrian Bradley. Is it this Wednesday or next Wednesday? It is next Wednesday, not the Wednesday after next is February 7th. We're going to have Ron Breacher here from PixInsight Ambassador from Masters of PixInsight. He's been on the show. This will be his third or fourth time. I think we're going to have to start to get those like Saturday Night Live 5 jackets. When you host 5 times, they give you a jacket. We're gonna have to get a jacket for the people that have been on the show 5 times. So Ron may be the first one. Greg Crinklaw is going to be here the following Wednesday to go over Sky Tools. We were talking about it on the show about a month ago, and a lot of people had a lot of questions about what it is and what it can do for your workflow, for your acquisition. So I sent an email out to Greg, and now he's going to be coming on the show on February 14th, followed by Bob Denny and his Ascom Alpaca. It's a really, really cool way to wireless way to connect all your devices by getting all your drivers through the cloud. So it's pretty cool. He's going to go over. It's catching a lot of steam. So, and Mabula will be on, and I think I'm going to take that slide off for a while until we get a date for that. But let's see. And then, of course, don't forget, as Eric, take human bites. Thank you, everybody, for being Patreon subscribers or YouTube subscribers. Memberships mean a lot to the show. They help us finance the show, finance the table for the TV, AstroWorld TV at NEAF. It also helps to finance giveaways that we give away. So it's going to be a very fun year. This is year number 5 for AstroWorld TV, and we're coming up on the anniversary of year number 1 for AstroWorld Telescopes. So thank you, everybody, for your support. We couldn't do it without any of you. It's much appreciated, and looking forward to another year and more people involved. So thank you so much. And that being said,
so right now we have 19 people watching, at least on YouTube. I'm not sure how many we have on Facebook, but only 4 thumbs up. So you know what I'm asking of everybody. If you are here in the chat, do us a favor to give this video a thumbs up. And when you see it on replay, if you like these shows, you like what we're doing here, we really appreciate a thumbs up. It takes nothing away from you guys. It doesn't cost anything. You're not going to get spammed on anything or anything like that. It's just simply a click of a button and giving us a thumbs up. If you're in YouTube and if you're on Facebook, give us a like. I'm not sure about, within Twitch or anything like that, if they have that, because I don't usually do Twitch, where they give like a thumbs up or a like.
Yeah,
I've
been following it, but it's definitely there.
Please.
So,
and don't forget to, if you're interested and you like what we're doing here and you want to get more information, or you have questions that we were not able to answer at a certain time, drop us a line on our Discord channel. That's a great way to get a hold of Dan, myself, and the rest of our crew and fellow members within our Discord channel. Because if Dan and I can't answer it, maybe another person within the Discord chat can and help you out. So don't forget to also check us out on Discord as well.
Well, Dave is all over that Discord. So Dave is, he is all over the Discord. He is like,
me, Tom, Ernie.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna make all 3 of you guys moderators at this point, because you guys, you guys are
Discord moderators.
Yeah, there's
that's what I'm talking
about. Yeah, that's true. Ernie, who else is on there a lot? There was somebody else. Tom Peter, Mikey Astro, he's on a lot. Yeah, so we're up to almost 150 people on the Discord server. We only got a couple left to go. Yeah, so 150 people on a Discord server. If we can get like 200 on there,
Starlancer. That's
Jason Pellegrini.
Jason, yeah, he's on there a lot too.
Yep, he's on there a lot. There's a lot of people on there. So thank you so much for helping build the channel. Thank you for those of you that have been so not attached, so instrumental in answering questions on the channel as well. As it really helps out a lot of people. There was a
great back and forth for just kind of throwing things at each other and seeing what works, and sharing advice. It's great.
And it's really good because you also get different ways to do things. There's more than one way to skin a cat, right? So
Exactly.
that's should we even be saying that anymore? But you know, you know,
Yeah, what do you got?
Cats.
What do you got against cats? I mean,
As a dog owner, I don't care about skinning cats.
I
really don't care either. But what do you got against
cats? I hate them.
I'm with you there. I'm just
hate
saying.
them. although I gotta say that cats do have a singular personality that is kind of like, you know, I don't give them, you know, and that's it. And that's it. Dogs will just be like, and come and lick you, whatever. Cat will look at you. You'll come in after not seeing the cat all day. The cat will look at you and be like, F you, and then go back to bed.
Yeah, kind of like an ex-wife.
I don't have one of those, but
I am a happily married man. Believe me.
Me too. So
I am now, but you know.
There you go. hey, sometimes it takes more than one try, right? So
yeah,
it's
exactly.
okay. But anyway, so to get on, because everyone's Corin's already saying we're off the rails already. But
Friday night is beginner night, and it is Constellation night, and it is Image of the Week, and this Friday is also Image of the Month night. So we are announcing not one, but 2 winning images.
All right. So my plan is to, get the image now. I know that we.
Wait a minute. Sorry, it is not Image of the Month yet. We are going to be. This is the final weekend. This is the final week.
Yeah,
final week
for Image of the Month, for January Image of the Month.
Gotcha.
I misspoke.
Yep. No, that's okay. But I know we were talking about changing some of the voting times. Maybe we should talk about that for a second.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Yeah, we were thinking about changing a few other things. Do we want to talk about the whole the whole thing we were talking about?
No,
this week?
just the voting for now, and then let's we can iron the rest of it out. So
yeah, we can. That's totally fine. So refresh my. You know what? I apologize. I've just been. I just got home. I was driving in some very dense fog. My mind isn't totally locked in yet.
Okay,
driving through very, very dense fog to go pick up something like 40 minutes away, and then drove around and came back so I could get here in time.
That's okay.
So why don't you go through it?
It's very simple. We're just going to be changing the time of the ending of the voting on Friday nights to 9 o'clock instead of 9:30. And there's a method to the madness here. But and once we get all the wrinkles and logistics sorted out here, we'll definitely relay it either through Discord or Patreon or on a show. Whenever we should have it all ironed out by this Wednesday coming up. So it's going to be 9 not tonight. Starting next Friday, the voting will end at 9 p.m. Eastern. So just more stuff to come on that, but that's the first step.
That's the first thing.
We got Constellation night tonight, right? And of course Eric takes one of the good ones again, because I know why he took it, because he likes doing the mythology stuff, and there's a lot of mythology behind this one. And believe it or not, there's a lot of mythology about Vila too, and I couldn't even get into it all because it would just take a 2-hour show to go through all of the mythology that it's there. I don't know if you know about Vila at all and what it is, but you'll know when I talk about it. But you'll be like, oh, that's why. Do you want to go first with the?
No, you go first.
Oh, you want me to go first? Oh, you want to eat?
I want you.
You want to eat?
I want you done. Yes, not necessarily that. It's because I remember the last time I went first, so now it's your turn.
Oh, I'm okay with that. I'm fine with that. So let me let me just launch this guy. So tonight I'm going to be talking about, it's either Vila or Vela. It depends on what
how you pronounce it. So
well, it depends on what part of the country or world you're from.
Yep.
And let's see. Of course, I stopped my PowerPoint, and I'm going to restart my PowerPoint here. And then I'll put this over here. And we do that. And F5, right? Yes, F5. Minimize that.
All right.
All right. And let me just do this real quick. Layers. Where's Dan? Well, there I am. Come on. There we go. And we'll slide me over a little bit. Well, there we go. Oh, that's I want to see. All right, that's fine. There we go. That's fine. We'll just go with it. There we go. All right. So I want to see how this looks on the YouTube. Eric, can you tell me, or Dave, can you tell me if the left side is cut off on this or not?
It is.
It is? All right.
Yes, it is.
Let's fix that a little bit. Nope. That's me.
Nope. Nope. There we go. That's better.
Is that better or more?
Yeah, that's getting better. So if you go in, yeah, no, you're good. You're good.
Good. All right, cool.
You're good. Now
Awesome.
You need to make yourself smaller.
I will make myself smaller because I zoomed
hide
everything else. Nobody wants to see me anyway, so. And this is what we do on the fly, guys. We do this stuff on the fly. Because we'll just do that. And that. There we go. Beautiful.
Yeah,
Awesome.
there you go. Yeah, that's
All right.
good.
So Vela, like we were talking about, is the constellation that we're going to be talking about tonight. So Vela is a southern hemisphere constellation, and it's actually pretty interesting because Vela is actually only one part of three. Now, this is one of the original 88 Ptolemaic constellations, right? So the unfortunate thing is the whole constellation, and I don't know how they didn't know was the whole constellation, but whatever. But Ptolemy couldn't see the whole thing. So because half of it was obstructed by the horizon, it was too far south. So once the whole thing came up and people started traveling a little bit further south, they were able to see the whole thing. And this is actually one part of three constellations. It's actually pretty cool. Let's see. There we go. All right. So Vela history. So Vela, number one, is Latin for the sails of a ship. Do you know what ship I'm talking about, Eric, yet or no?
No, not yet.
Okay. Well, I kind of spell it out, but it's the 32nd largest constellation out there. So it's pretty small. So it's the sail of the Argo Navis. Now, does that?
Yeah. Now, okay. Yeah.
Do you know what? Do you know who served on the Argo Navis?
Odysseus.
No. It's much more simple than that.
It wasn't Odysseus? Jason?
Jason and the Argonauts. Argo Navis,
Right.
Argonauts.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
So yeah, the Jason and the Argonauts. So this Vela, you can see the kind of shape where you could see it was kind of like a sail of a ship, right? When you get into the other constellations around there, it actually is the whole ship. So it actually looks pretty cool. So
nice. Love it.
Yeah. So let's see. So let me see. Okay. So you'll remember what Jason did. He went and looked after the golden fleece, and we're gonna get into a little bit of that mythology. And again, like I said, this story of Jason the Argonauts is so long, it would take me an hour to probably go over the whole story. So I kind of glanced over it a little bit. It's got zero Messier objects in there. Zero, nothing. But it is not a slouch. I'll tell you that. It is not. It's got some really cool stuff in here. It's got 7 stars with known planets orbiting those stars, and it's the home of 3 meteor showers. So let's talk a little bit about some Vela history, right? Okay, so Aeson was a king, and he was the rightful king of Thessaly. Unfortunately, his half brother Peleus didn't like the fact that his half brother was running the whole city. And because Peleus himself was actually his half brother and his father was Poseidon, he said, well, you know what? It's good to be the king. I'm going to be the king. So he overthrew Aeson and he went on a rampage and he went searching high and low for all the descendants of Aeson and wiped them out like King Herod style. Just wiped them all out. Now, unfortunately, he skipped over Jason, who has just been born, and how he skipped over like all these people that were running around killing all these descendants of Aeson. Um, he was just born. So the mother of Jason, who was Alcimede one, um, she had all of the female attendants kind of hover over the baby and cry and moan like the baby was stillborn. So they thought that Jason was dead. So they skipped right by him, and that was it. And in turn, Alcimede and Aeson realized that Peleus wouldn't want to have any descendants of Aeson around to take vengeance or to try and reclaim the throne. So Alcimede sent him away to be raised by Centaur Chiron, which Eric has brought up on a couple of talks before, right, Eric?
Yep. Yeah.
Yep.
The great teacher, the great mentor, and teacher of heroes.
Yep. And it doesn't stop with Jason. So he raises Jason. So, basically, she claimed that she had been that Alcimede had been having an affair, and that Peleus would fear his wrongly taking of the throne, so they consulted an oracle together. And the oracle actually said that, you know what, someone's going to be coming with one sandal, and this person will be your undoing. So many years later, fast forward about 20, 25 years later, Peleus was holding a games. He's still in the throne. Aeson is gone. He's like in hiding. And Peleus was holding a games, like charioteering and all that kind of stuff, in honor of Poseidon, his father. So Jason found out about this, and he said, well, you know what? I'm going to go back. But on my way back, I am going to, walk there. And unfortunately, I got to cross this river. And this river was called, what was it? Anurus, the wintry Anurus. So what happened was an old lady fell in the river, and he picked her up and helped her to shore. And in the interim, he actually lost one of his sandals. Now, unfortunately, this old lady was actually Hera in disguise, trying to help Jason fulfill this, storytelling by the oracle so many years ago. So she actually blessed Jason. So when Jason entered the city, which it was the present day city of Volos, he was announced as a man with wearing only one sandal. And Peleus is like, oh, hey, he was getting all kind of freaked out. So he said, you know what? If you want my throne, fine, you got it. But I want the golden fleece. Go get it. You could have my throne. Jason said, fine. He goes. So he goes to Colchis, which is the island that the golden fleece was supposedly kept, and it was kept, and it was given to a king. His name was King Aeetes, and the fleece was actually given to him by Phrixus. But Aeetes didn't want to give it up easily, so he said, well, we got some stuff going on here on the island, and I want you to take care of these three things first. So he goes, okay, no problem, I'll do that too. So the first thing Jason had to do was plow a field with a fire-breathing oxen. All right. Well, there you go. So plow the field, and then he had to sow the field with the teeth of a dragon. However, if you might remember this from the movie, the teeth then sprouted to an army of warriors that actually attacked him. But he found a ally in Medea, and Medea actually told him that this was going to happen, so he was able to defeat these. I believe in the movie there were skeletons. I could be wrong, but pretty wrong. I've been wrong before, but I think there was. So then after that, the last one, he had to overcome a sleepless dragon which guarded the golden fleece, and then he sprayed the dragon with a potion that was given to him by Medea. So Medea is helping him a lot. He ends up falling in love with her and the whole big thing. That's another whole story altogether. But the dragon ended up falling asleep. Jason takes the golden fleece, kind of anticlimactic, but that's the way the story goes. And then on his way back, and I'll just go, it's this guy went through so much stuff to get this fleece, but I guess to get vengeance on Peleus, you got to kind of do it. So basically, he had to go through sirens, and I don't know if you know what sirens are, but basically, it's there was 3 of them there on different islands, and what they would do is they would sing in such a way that that you would lose yourself in song to the point of madness, and you would actually drive your boat into the rocks and destroy the boat and probably die. Thank God Jason and the Argonauts had Orpheus on the ship with them, because Orpheus was a massive musician as well, and he takes out his lyre and he's playing and singing. He has such a beautiful and calming voice. He was able to play it so much more louder than the sirens. He basically drowned out the sirens' vocals and floated right by him and got home. He gets home.
And this is the same Orpheus that is Orpheus in Eurydice. This is the same
is it?
Orpheus.
You're. I'm sorry. Is it Eurydice?
Eurydice.
Eurydice. Yeah, Eurydice. Yeah, I don't know. I speak it with an Italian accent. I don't know.
Yes.
So, yeah,
it's the same one.
There you go. There's a lot more to the story. Like I said, and I've been talking for about 7 minutes now, just on a very small part of it. We could always talk about this on another type of show, but I mean, it's a really great story. I read through the whole thing. It was out of control.
Yeah.
So let's go into what to see in Vila. And here we go. Overthrown by half brother. Forgot to go through. I was so into talking about it, and I forgot to fast forward.
You forgot to go through it all.
So there we go. So here is number 1. This is NGC 3132. It's a planetary nebula. It's pretty small. As a matter of fact, it's just through the ire recently of the James Webb Space Telescope. That's a lot of, but I wanted to show a picture that was taken by normal people, not multi-billion-dollar pieces of equipment. So this is also called the 8 Burst Nebula and the Southern Ring Nebula, like M57 up here, the Ring Nebula. This is the Southern Ring. It's got an apparent magnitude of 9.8, 141 million years old, 2,000 light years away. This was actually taken with an astrophysics Starfire 180. God damn, that must have been expensive. But so that's an astrophysics 180 millimeter scope.
Wow, that's money.
Yeah, and the QHY 600. There was no data on time on this, but if I could judge from other telescopes and cameras of the same type, I would say this is about 12 to 15 hours of data. So take it for what it is. But that's a pretty cool. There's a lot of cool other pictures as well. The next one is the Vela supernova remnant. This is GUM 16. Another supernova. And look, it's very reminiscent of the color palette of the Veil Nebula, right? And Thor's helmet, and all those nice bicolor images that we get. This is from a supernova that occurred almost 12,000 years ago. It's an apparent magnitude of 12. It's only hop, skip, and a jump, 800 light years away. Hop, skip, not far away.
Not far away.
Not million light years, not 800,000 light, 800 light years.
It's in the neighborhood.
So if I flick on a light bulb right now and come back and I was able to ride that light beam for 800 years, I'd be there. So there you go. This was taken with a smaller scope, a Sharp Star 121 millimeter, with another QHY 600. And this is only 8 hours of integration time. So it's fairly bright. It's not bad.
It's not a bad. No, that's pretty darn bright. I mean, and also because it's so close as well.
Yeah, exactly.
It's so big. I mean, I'm sure I'm with a QHY 600, and it's with a 121. That fills it up. I'm sure. That's nice.
I'm curious to know what.
I would love to get that supernova remnant. I hear you.
I'm curious to know what filter he was using, because I do see some artifacts and halos here. But there we go. This was taken by Rocco Sung. And one of my favorites down south. I love this nebula.
I love this one.
This is awesome. This is an okay picture. There are other better ones out there, but you're gonna be shocked at what telescope and how long this took, because I figured I'd get more out of this with the equipment. But anyway, so NGC 2736, this is also known as the Pencil Nebula, right?
Yep.
First seen by John Herschel in 1835. Pretty dim, apparent magnitude of 12. Another one, very close to the Vela supernova remnant, same distance away. This was taken with the Chai 1 telescope, but it's only 30 minutes integration time.
Oh,
yeah. So 30 minutes. This is a subset in Chile. Yep. And not for nothing, 30 minutes is fine. But it looks like they had some either collimation issues or something on it. I see a little left to right motion here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But there are other pictures out there of the Pencil Nebula that look really good too, with a lot more integration time. So hours and hours as opposed to. And Claudio Tenerio actually processed this one. So that's my 3. That's all I got for that. But thank you, everybody. Hope everybody got everything out of that. And that being said, we'll go back to this, and I'm going to drink some water because my throat is killing me.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Very cool. Very cool. Thanks, Dan. Appreciate that, man. So yeah, Vela now I know that how it's tied to the Argo and everything. Yep. So we're going to talk a little bit more about that in the future.
And for the rest of you guys that are Obsession telescope fans, that's another reason why they named their digital setting circles the Argo Navis.
There you go.
All right.
So,
all right.
Another piece of useless information for everybody. There you go.
Yeah. When we talk about, because this is being Friday, beginner and novice, and people who are just getting into astrophotography or who want to get into astrophotography, and if you're one of those who is just getting started or wanting to learn a bit more about it, welcome. Appreciate you guys having to check us out here, even if it's live or on the replay. Appreciate that. But one thing I wanted to talk about rather quickly is when it comes to astrophotography, and this is something that we talk about quite often, is that you can, if you check the replay of our last guest, Adrian Bradley, it'll basically explain you or show you that you can get beautiful images with standard, a standard DSLR and telephoto and telephoto or even prime lenses, with your own DSLR camera. Especially when you're getting started, because we talk about this quite a bit, that how you can definitely go down the rabbit hole of budget and expense and everything when you're getting into this lifestyle. It is not necessarily a cheap lifestyle. But if you do, if you have a DSLR, and even if you have a 50 millimeter stock lens, or a 12 millimeter, or even the 200 millimeter, the 75 to 200 or 70 to 200 millimeter lenses, those that you would get sometimes with a standard kit, DSLR kit, you can take very good pictures. The key is understanding timing and what you may need to consider purchasing. You don't have to buy a lot, but you may need to consider purchasing certain things to make sure that your image is as best as it can be. One thing is a star tracker. If you recall, when Adrian was mentioning, he uses, and I personally use, based off of even his recommendation and what he uses, a little device called a Move, Shoot, Move star tracker. And you can very easily polar align it with a laser. I think it even comes with a quite kind of powerful laser that you can use to locate. Once you locate Polaris, aim it at Polaris and get it, somewhat get your camera and lens slightly, polar aligned. Yeah.
So are they still selling it with the laser? I thought they.
I don't know if they are or not.
I think they stopped.
They may not be. They may stop that because of the concern of like airplanes and things like that.
No, it's not even that. It has to do with them getting it in the laser overseas.
Okay.
And that's what it was. There was a couple of the ZWO also with their AM5 originally had a laser on that thing, and they couldn't do that
either. I remember.
So they took that off because of the international shipping issues with lasers. So
gotcha. Okay, so that's good to know. But I was fortunate enough. I got mine a few years ago, and it did come with the laser. But it's a very good, inexpensive star tracker, and very easy to use. I believe it cost me just around $200, just maybe around $200, maybe $250, to use that to take Milky Way shots. So you can get started maybe taking Milky Way shots. You can take star trail type shots if you're interested in, if you like to do star trails, which is basically, even without a tracker, you just set your camera maybe pointing it straight at Polaris, right? And then taking maybe a 1 minute or 2 minute exposure, right? And then when you get that back, because everything is centered around Polaris, you'll have the rotation because everything is rotating.
And you do a number of them so you can link and you can put them all together
you can put them all together, stuff like that. So there's lots of different ways. If you are interested in astrophotography and wanting to get started, and you have a simple DSLR that you use to take photos of your family and other events, or other things you're using that camera for, you can use it definitely for deep sky or astrophotography or Milky Way astrophotography, and wide field imaging and things like that. If you get a higher focal length lens, such as maybe a Rokinon 135, which is a prime lens, which basically means there's no zoom. It's a straight 135 millimeter focal length lens. And it's a fantastic lens. It's one of the best lenses for astrophotography that
For
have
everything.
that come out. Yes,
For
and it's
everything.
fantastic. So you can purchase that, and they're not very broken. You can get them either as broken. They also come in Samyang
Yep.
or Bauer.
Bauer.
They're
Bauer,
Bauer.
yeah.
Those are the three different brands that Lens comes as far as marketing and company name. So you can definitely utilize that and get started with. You can take images of Rolf Yucas were really nice, the Blue Horse Head, lots of other. The
Big,
entire
wide targets,
big
yeah.
wide. You can get Horsehead and M42 at the same time, things like that. But what I'm saying is that if you want to get started, you don't have to spend necessarily a lot of money as an initial investment until you get comfortable with imaging the night sky, as well as focusing, because you have, you want to get focused right using a Batinoff mask, using the back of the LED or LCD of the camera, to utilize to zoom in, and then using if you have a Canon, like backyard EOS, which is relatively inexpensive, like $40, stuff like which is great. Or APT, you can definitely, you can use for these. So just consider, if you want to get your feet wet and dip into this, just consider
Who's
this.
the guy on the other night, the guy that did the nightscapes. I mean, those.
Adrian
those-
Bradley.
Adrian, those images were some of the most amazing. The one he had where half the sky is the Milky Way and the other half is a storm coming in. He's catching the lightning bolts in this. I mean, you're just like, oh my God, that's amazing.
I'm telling you,
They're amazing.
Unbelievable.
They're amazing.
Yeah, he takes some unbelievable shots, man, and I love it every time he's on the show, because he's always got something that he hasn't shown before. And these images,
it's a total different type of photography too. I mean, for us, it's like, long exposures, you're tracking through the night, everything like that. His is, you got to go to a spot and just a camera and a star tracker.
Yep.
And just bang, 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 bang. And the way he does it through the clouds, with the clouds, as the haze is coming in, and as a storm's coming in, it's unbelievable. The images he gets, it's really cool.
Yep.
Yeah, they are really, really cool.
And like you said, Dave, it is very different. It's not the norm for astrophotographers. The norm is like the picture behind Eric. That's the norm.
Yeah.
Getting stuff with that kind of, yes, we do wide field, but we don't normal, I'm not going to say normal people, but deep sky imagers don't normally take, an 18 to 35 millimeter lens and just start shooting. We don't do that.
Right. And it's like planetary's total different beast as well.
Different monster. Yep.
You're shooting high speed, video. And you're picking out those little tiny frames within that 1,000, 2,000, 10,000 frames that you just took. And you're only taking so many of them to stack them and make the planet.
And one thing we should, maybe even consider, Dan, is if we can find, I'm sure we can get someone who is very proficient with planetary, perhaps.
Well, I'll let this out. Okay. I really wasn't. I don't want to. I didn't want to say anything, but since it came up,
well, then don't say anything yet. If you don't want to.
It's gonna happen though. He's into it. He's gonna happen. I've spoken to him, but it looks like in the near future, Christopher Go is gonna be coming.
I knew it.
So I spoke to him on Instant Messenger, and he's really into it. So it's gonna happen. It's just a matter of time to kind of
get the stars all lined up.
Yeah.
Nice.
So
I want to do planetary. My goal is to get a 925 and a 2 times, Barlow, and try some planetary. I really want to
Yeah.
do it.
I know we have a member of AstroWorld is I believe it's Jim F, who's on there, who actually does planetary, and I've seen his pictures and they're pretty darn good.
Yeah,
With
I want to
a
try it.
Starfire 130 refractor and a 5x Barlow.
Oh, 5x, yeah.
And
Oh, wow.
let me tell you something. If I showed you some of the pictures that he's taken, you'd be like, I told him, I said, he lives down the block from me. I was like, you got to show me how to do that. I mean, this is just, this is just ridiculous. I mean, it's amazing what he does. So, so that was pretty cool.
That's
so
amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's for me, it's the whole process of planetary, especially the processing. I have a hard time with understanding a bit of I believe it's Redistacks and understanding, okay, do I have, how good are my videos? How good is, how much is good and how much is bad? Stuff like that.
Do you use Auto Stacker? Because
yes, thank the Auto Stacker. Yes,
Auto Stacker's got that nice graph that will show you it'll rate on your FWHM and it'll show you this graph. There are bars on the side where you can kind of push out the outliers and keep only, or you could just do it on the right side where it says amount to keep. You could do 20%, 40%, 10%, whatever it is.
Yeah. It's just that graph. It's just a little I just don't understand how to read it properly.
Yeah, there is a really good video, and I forget who did it, but the picture is like green, and it says how to auto stack. It's like very cartoony, but it's a really good video, and he does explain that graph pretty well, and it'll show you all your trend lines and how to kind of read it. So
Tom mentioned what you guys ought to do some night is a tutorial on Auto Stacker. Absolutely. I mean, I would love to even take, at some point just taking some video of the planets and bring it in and just go through, hey, here's, a bit of the process that I understand, right? And then go into Auto Stacker and stuff like that, and maybe then go into Redistacks.
Yeah, that's
it's just cool that a lot of us all got started by pointing a telescope in the sky and pointed at Saturn or Jupiter.
Yeah, exactly.
Going, oh my God! Wow! Holy crap! And then so ideally, you'd love to take a great photo of it.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
It's a different monster, and
it is.
It's really cool to watch and be able to do it. Be really cool.
Yeah, and you understand the weather patterns to know when the right time, around your area, when is the best time to do these things, because it's not
planetary is
every year you get when they're in opposition, or I guess when they're in retrograde,
retrograde. Yeah,
when they're in retrograde, you're gonna get a great image because they're so bright you can't lose. And even the moon won't wash them out.
And we should really, since you brought it up, let's, so for those of you that don't know what retrograde is, right? So the planets go one way most of the time, right? They follow the ecliptic, they follow everything, and they just go right through the ecliptic, and they follow just like the sun, just like everything else. However, it's kind of like this. You ever have, this is how my science teacher, you ever drive in a car, right? And you got this idiot next to you that's driving slow. You're going at the same speed, but then you pass the car and it looks like the car is going backwards. That's kind of what retrograde is. So it goes opposite the way of the ecliptic. One's passing the other, and it looks like it's going backwards. It's still going the same way. It's not stopping and going back. It's just your vantage point. You're passing it. So it looks like it's going backwards, and it will go back and forth by the ecliptic like this. So, That's what retrograde motion is. It's just
Right.
the illusion of the planet going backwards because you're passing the planet.
Right. Gotcha. Okay.
And the thing is, most of the planets that we're imaging outside of Venus or Mercury are outside of our route around the sun. So
Which we will pass.
We are always at some point in the year, those outer planets, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, Neptune, if you can zoom in on those, but they're going to be at a point to where they're on the same side of the sun as we are, and that's when you want to image them.
Right.
You don't want to try and catch them as they're kind of going around the sun.
Yep.
Gotcha. That's interesting.
There you go.
I wonder, is there, and I'm sure I can, look it up on the internet or anything like that, where is there something that, like a website or an app that, when you're doing planetary or you're interested, where you want to know when a planet is going to be in retrograde for the, during that time of the year.
Yeah,
I'm sure there's
there is a map and there is a calendar for that.
Yeah.
Just look like when is Jupiter going to be in retrograde in 2024, and it'll tell you.
Right. Yeah. Awesome.
Yeah, they'll give you optimal, like not just retrograde, but as close as possible to dead on center.
Right.
Gotcha.
And just so you know, and I'm going to drop another bomb real quick. Another guest, considering the fact that the upcoming eclipse on April 8th is concerned. I don't. I might have said this last week, but maybe not.
I think you did. You did.
But I'll say it again because it's fun. It looks like, and I got to throw a thank you to Ernie Jacobs out there. So we were able to hang out with last year at Neve a gentle soul, a great solar astrophotographer and observer, Alan Friedman. And Alan Friedman has, with the help of Ernie, who's in the same club as Alan in Buffalo, was able to get me in contact with Alan again. And Alan is going to be happy enough to talk about the solar imaging and how to image the solar eclipse. So that's going to be a lot of fun.
Oh, that's awesome. That's going to be great. That's really going to be great for those, because I know in many other shows that we've talked about, even within the chat, we talk about solar imaging. How and what did it take to to take images of the sun safely, and not only that, then also how to process them, what you may or may, what you can use, what is a good idea to use, understanding the difference of filters, if you have a white filter, or if you want to use a hydrogen alpha filter, not the ones we use at night, but in a different hydrogen alpha filter, for like the quark, to image the chromosphere or the prominences, which that of the sun, so you can really go deep and even take, sunspots and all that stuff. Yeah, no, you're stocking up the fridge.
I was going to say something, but
I got a little handoff there.
I was going to say something. I said, I want to keep the people happy. You should really cut those 6-pack things open so you don't strangle any ducks. So
and just so everybody knows, it was ginger ale.
Yeah, okay.
It was ginger ale.
I believe you. I'm just kidding.
That's what I like with my whiskey.
Oh, there you go. Oh, where's the spoon?
Exactly. But yeah, that's to have Alan Friedman on. That's going to be
a
great show. a guru, an icon when it comes to solar imaging, and
for sure.
a wealth of knowledge, as well as, we have the opportunity when, when everything lines up to have Christopher Go, another person who has a wealth of knowledge in his field, which happens to be planetary. So it's these are some great people that you've lined up here, Dan. So kudos to you, bro.
Well, I wish I could take all the credit for it. I can't, but we have a lot of people that know a lot of people that know a lot of people. So it helps when we have this type of community where we're just spread out all over the country, in other countries, as a matter of fact. And
his wife sent him a letter on her lawyer's letterhead.
What happened?
I was gonna say, and your wife sent a letter to them with the law firm's letterhead.
The cease and desist letter that I have to send.
You either show up.
We kill you.
Sometimes you just have certain advantages.
We're gonna Ahmed to come after you.
Exactly.
For those of you that know who's that guy's name? Ahmed and Walter and Peanut. And...
Jeff Dunham.
Jeff Dunham.
Jeff Dunham. Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah. When I saw him earlier, last year I saw him.
I'd love to see him. Oh,
it was a blast.
Jalapeno on a stick.
Yes. Jalapeno on a stick.
Walter's the best with the hair in his ears.
Walter and Peanut.
No, Walter is the alien. Who's the old man?
No, Peanut's
that's
the
Walter.
alien.
Peanut's the alien.
Peanut's
Walter's
the alien.
Walter's the grumpy old guy.
Yeah.
Grumpy old guy.
Yep.
I don't know what the hell's going on over here.
Yeah, talking about my wife. Yeah, she was dead. Oh man, that's great.
That's not what your mom said.
I kill you.
Silence! I kill you.
All right, moving back to astrophotography here.
We're off the
rails.
Yeah, we're off the rails a little bit here.
Sorry.
But before we get into because we've got 25 minutes left before before we vote image of the week. So please, if you haven't yet, vote now. So
do it.
And if you don't know the website, it is AstroWorldWeb.com /IOTW image of the week. So
there you go.
Yeah. So Dan, I'm thinking, okay, since you started off, while I can go through my constellation, and maybe that'll take us to the image of the week.
Sounds good to me.
We can do that. So let me share my screen here.
Here it comes. You're going to learn something real good now.
Oh, yeah. You're going to learn something real good now. All right. So how does it look? Everything?
No, hold on 1 second.
Let me know when everything's all
good now.
Good now? All right. So we are now going to go back to the Northern Hemisphere, and we're going to talk about the constellation Aries. So first off, Aries, or Ram in Latin, is the 38th largest constellation in the night sky. It occupies about 441 square degrees, and it's in the northern quadrant of the Northern Hemisphere in Q1. And many of us are familiar with with Aries as well, because it is a member of the zodiac constellation family, which, if some of you are into astrology, not astronomy, but astrology, and what's your sign, and stuff like that, depending on, I believe it is April, somewhere around in April, where Aries, like sometime like March, April, where if you were born in that time frame, you were born under the sign of Aries, or the Ram. It is bordered by Pisces, which is another zodiac. Taurus, another zodiac. Then you also have Perseus, Cetus, and the Triangulum constellations. And the genitive form, or the star name form of that's used by the stars, how you name the stars, is Aritis. And its abbreviation for those stars is ARI, that was set by the AIU. Now, the constellation really, it has 5 known stars with planets, but this, just like Bella, it has no Messier objects. But and its brightest star in Aries is Hamal, or Alpha Aritis. And there are 6 formally named stars and several meteor showers. The Arietids. So there's a lot. So there's several chances to see the meteors during different times of the year. So, bit of my fun part, like we always talk about.
Really?
Yeah, and this is what it's kind of funny how this all lined up. So you talked about Jason going and being, going through the quest of getting the golden fleece. But where did the golden fleece come from, actually? So the golden fleece was the fleece of a flying winged ram named Chrysomalos. Thank you. Chrysomalos, the golden fleeced ram. And in Greek mythology, we just mentioned, it is best known from the story of Jason and the Argonauts, when Jason was sent by King Peleus, who was the son of Helios, which is the sun god, not Apollo, but the actual sun god, Helios, and he's also a brother to Circe, and Pasiphae, and Circe is the goddess of sorcery. She's a sorceress, and Pasiphae is the queen of Crete, and the wife of King Minos, and the mother of the Minotaur. So you see how a lot of these things in mythology how to kind of start linking up. But anyway, Chrysomalos, or the ram, was the son of Poseidon, and how do you pronounce him? Theophane, or Theophane. She was the daughter of Beatrice, who is also kind of a goddess. Beatrice was the son of Helios and Gaia, but Theophane, she was beautiful, and how the gods are, how these gods are. They see a beautiful mortal, they want to get busy. They just want to, put on a little bit of, slow jams and stuff like that, some Barry White, and they just want to get busy. But anyway, so Poseidon took her to this island called Crusima, where he transformed her into a ewe, which is the female sheep, and himself into a ram, and they got busy in ram form. And then soon after, Chrysomalos, the golden fleece ram, was born. Now, King Athamas, who ruled the city of Orchomenos, or Orchomenos is how it's pronounced in southern Greece, married Nephele, who is a cloud nymph, and they had 2 kids, Phrixos and Helle. And Athamas began to neglect Nephele, and became enraptured or whatever with Ino, who was the daughter of the king of Thebes, Cadmus. And so Athamas abandoned basically Nephele and married Ino, and Ino did not like his 2 kids. He did not like Phrixos, he did not like Helle. So, and she wanted their own kids, because they had kids themselves. With her being queen now, she wanted them to be the heirs to the throne. But because these two came first, they were the heirs to Athens' throne. So what Ino did, she got real conniving and came up with this nasty scheme to corrupt Orchomenos's grain. The land would, and it would not, the grain wouldn't germinate when it was sown into the ground. So Athamas went and consulted the Oracle of Delphi to see what could be done. But what Ino did, he when Athamas sent these messengers to the oracle, she intercepted these messengers and basically bribed them, persuaded them, or put a sword to their throats or whatever, to go back to her husband and falsely report that the only way that the grain problem would be solved is to sacrifice Phrixus and Heli. So, but Nepheli would, her hearing about this, sent the ram to save her children from being sacrificed. And he sacrificed he carried the children got on the ram's back, and he carried them to the city-state of it's called Colchis.
Yep.
Colchis. But what happened was, while they were going to Colchis, Heli fell off the ram's back and plunged into the sea. So, but Phrixus, he actually reached Colchis and was greeted by King Peleus. And Phrixus sacrificed Chrysomalos and skinned him and laid the golden fleece in a sacred grove where Ares, the god of war, guarded it, had set a large serpent known as the Colchian dragon, to guard the golden fleece, because the dragon never slept. And this is, the same fleece that would soon become the target or object of the quest for Jason and the Argonauts. So.
Funny how it all adds up together, I had no idea you were going that way. I guess I should have known.
I had no, and you know what? I didn't know either. So this was a really crazy coincidence. So, it's kind of crazy how these two things lined up. So here we have our first image. This is a beautiful image, dark nebulosity as well as bright nebulosity, VDB 16, along with LDN 1451, 52, and 1455. So you have some reflection nebulosity as well as these dark clouds. And this was taken by K Bar. This is courtesy of AstroBen. It was the photographer used a photon, 200 millimeter Newtonian, and a Tupek ATR3 26,000, which is basically the same as the ASI 2600. It's that same sensor, the IMX 571. And this was on a Skywatcher Pro EQ8R Pro. And this integration was 11 hours long. Next, we have NGC 772. This was taken by Lorenzo Siciliano, and this was also found on AstroBen. And this was imaged by a Celestron C11, not an Edge, but the XLT, the black one. And the imaging camera was an S-Big ST8X-ME, and an EQ6 was the mount used. And this integration time was almost 9 hours, 8 hours, 45 minutes. And this one actually won AstroBen Image of the Day in 2018, November 27th of 2018. But this was LDN 1454, another awesome dark nebula taken by Dean Jacobson with a TOC FSQ 106 with an ASI 2400 on a astrophysics Mach 2. And this was just shy of 5 hours of integration time. And now we have a galaxy group, NGC 691. There are several galaxies within this group here. And this was taken by Ani Hafayed. Sorry if I mispronounced your name. Also within AstroBand. And this was taken with an Edge HD 9.25 with a 533 MC Pro. So pretty recent stuff. This was taken in October of 2022. And using the same amount that I have, the CEM60, the Ioptron SIM60, and its integration was just about 7 hours, just a little over 7 hours. So that is what I have.
Nice.
So thank you guys. Appreciate that. So yeah. And we'll go ahead and switch back over. I'll stop sharing here. Get back over.
There you go.
All right, cool. So thank you guys. Appreciate that.
Nah,
Yeah, that was cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Another great constellation.
Yeah, that's kind of weird how this ended up. Well, I was doing Aries and then you do Vela. That was not planned.
Nope,
So,
was not planned at all. So
I had no idea what you were doing, and it just ended up that way.
Yep. So I mean, it's funny how things work out, but sooner or later, with all the mythology behind these constellations, sooner or later they're gonna kind of connect.
Overlap a little bit, yeah.
Yep.
Overlap a little bit, and stuff like that. And hey, Sean, what's up, man?
Hey,
Visible Dark is in the house.
What's up?
He
What
just
up,
slid
Sean?
in.
How's the weather up there in Canada?
Oh, Canada. So, but yeah, so that was this kind of weird coincidence now that all lined up. But still, some great, you can get some, even though both of those constellations don't have Messier objects, you can still get some fantastic.
Some of those images were amazing. I mean, that one, the guy won Astrobit Picture of the Day. That was beautiful.
Yeah,
that galaxy was cool.
Yes.
Cool.
So very cool stuff. And we have 9 minutes left before we announce Image of the Week. So if you have not already, please go ahead and, get those last minute votes in and stuff like that, because this final image will then compete with the other 3 that we selected last week for Image of the Month for January.
Yeah, there you go. All right, what do we got in the chat? Anything in the chat? Just Johnny baby.
Let's see. Sean saying, same here. I mean, crappy weather, raining, fog, all this stuff. I mean, we haven't had a clear night here in the Midwest, I would say, since early January. If then.
Here in the DMV, we get like a day, and then it's a week. A day, then a week. Now, next week, it looks like Saturday, Sunday, Monday, hopefully, fingers crossed, are supposed to be clear. But, it's a week out. What do they know? They don't know.
Yep, exactly.
So, we'll see.
Yeah.
If one of those 3 nights is clear, then fine. But I think by then the moon's supposed to be full, so it's like crap.
Yep.
Yeah. I mean, I just keep looking here, and it is. I mean, you can see if you see here, it's nothing but white. I mean, it's nothing, but it's not even. And when it comes to the blue, all the nice blue area, in atmospheric, when it's clear skies and stuff like that.
During the day.
During the day it's clear, and then once 5:30 hits, it's cloudy.
It's cloudy.
Exactly.
It's hard
because right now we got like really nice wind. You know, there's really no wind or anything like that. But we got the dang on clouds.
Yeah, I mean, I can see the moon. I'm looking out my window. I can see the moon, but it's through a haze of cloud. I mean, it's hazy
Exactly
right now.
Yeah, I'm telling you.
Yeah,
it's just horrible. It's horrible.
Yeah, it's horrible.
And my stepson's out there revving his engine on his 63, 62 Fairlane. All the smoke coming up through the window. I'm like, dude, shut that thing off. Jesus.
You're killing me. You're killing me.
He's killing me. That's exactly right.
Dude,
9 o'clock at night is not when you tune up your friggin' Fairlane.
No. So, again, you know, since this is Friday night, this is newbie night, stuff like that. Is there anything you guys want to share or thoughts that you guys want to share with, our new or the newly interested or novice, freshly, the fresh meat, what we used to call it, the freshman, freshman. The freshman or freshman image.
Yeah, well, all it takes is really, it just takes something like this.
Yeah, Sky Tracker.
Or
Sky
this.
Tracker. Yeah.
Grab one of these guys. You don't need to spend $600 and get this. You can spend $75 and grab this. And this is a nice little Sky Tracker.
Little unit, yeah.
You slide it right on, and you're good to go. It's got the phone line out for your connection and decent little thing. USB out for your computer.
If you already have a DSLR and you just have a decent lens,
got slide it right there, and you're good to go.
To the stars and taking long exposures.
Yeah,
you'll be surprised. It's unbelievable how surprising it is. Just when you take those long exposures, point at the heavens, and as long as you can track, man, it's unbelievable what you can. Find.
These things. Oh man, you didn't have to do. You're already a black.
Dude, you didn't have to do that.
You're already a black hole subscriber, man. You don't have to.
I understand. $50 Canadian comes out. Like $35 US, but still, or is it like half? But still, it doesn't matter. Thank you, Sean. That's awesome.
I don't know.
I don't know either. I'm just.
I don't remember Canadian dollars.
So it doesn't matter. Thank you, man. Appreciate
You're the best,
so
man.
Sean is the man.
Go get some Canadian Starbucks.
Yeah, and you know what?
Sean, I know Sean's been posting a lot of little shorts lately. Very good.
Congratulations, all these little shorts.
Very good, and I like what he's been doing. They come out nice. And the way he presents them is very well done.
Yes, I remember the one. I believe he did one. Sean, you did one. Was it the Pleiades? He did.
Yep. Yeah. He did Pleiades. He did the Wizard.
Wizard, yes, the Wizard. So
he just did one recently on why you take long exposures and multiple exposures and stuff like that. Yeah, it was really good.
Yeah. So
well done, Sean. Sean, you have a definitely knack for making things simple for beginners, and you're one of the guys that I've always watched. You're one of the guys I started watching because you got into the soup on, if you want to do this is what you should do, and blah 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 blah. But you made it in a way where it was simple to understand and really helped me out a lot.
Yeah, and you know what? Not for nothing, but if for those of you that are new to the realm of processing, Sean does do one-on-one instruction on PixInsight. So if you're interested in learning PixInsight, go hit Sean up. You could do, you use code AstroWorld, for a 50-cent discount, and and there you go. So, but hey, go check him out because I've learned a lot of stuff from Sean, and not only his videos. On a personal level, he's awesome. So go check him out. Take a look at his website. It's visibledark.ca. So
he's one of those good Canadians.
There are a lot of good Canadians out there.
There are actually.
You know, I gotta say, so I know it's just a little bit north of us in New York, but let me tell you, I love going there, and I'll continue to go back because you know what, I will not go there when it snows. I will not do that. But if there's a place, I'd rather be up there than down in Mexico. I'll tell you that any day of the week.
I'm going in May. So
You're going to Canada in May?
yeah. Sherry.
Oh, we spoke
has
about this.
a,
Yeah, we spoke about this.
Yeah, she has a trip to Niagara. Well, she works for Seneca, so we're going to go do Niagara, and we're taking a day going over to Toronto. I'm going to the Hockey Hall of Fame.
Yep, you're gonna love it. You're gonna love it.
Gonna go see all that. So
that's a lot of fun. I had a lot. So in the Hockey Hall of Fame, and I don't know if we spoke. We might have spoke about this. I don't know if we spoke. In the Hockey Hall of Fame, there's an ESPN Zone table there.
Okay.
And at the time they had you were able to record. You were the sportscaster, and they had a teleprompter, the TV,
I'd love to do that.
The whole thing, and I did it. I have it on video. And
I got to do that then.
So it was. I picked the hockey. It was when Tampa Bay won last year. But yeah, so they played it, and I'll play it for you. I got it somewhere. It's pretty cool.
I just got to go make sure that they have the place all set out and ready for Alex Ovechkin.
Oh yeah. Nice. Sorry, Bob. I had to do it. All right, so we got 1 minute left, guys.
Yep, 1 minute left. And I'm going
to... For those of you south of the border, it's uno momento.
Yep. Uno momento.
And I'm going to
uno minuto.
Minuto. Bienvenuto.
No, Menudo was a band.
Menudo is a band.
I think they were. Real quick, I don't think they're a band anymore.
No, I don't think so. It may be, but who knows? Because they keep switching. It's like one of those bands that just keeps changing because the kids keep getting older, because so members keep changing, and stuff like that. So who knows what the iteration of Menudo is now?
I'll tell you what. In rock and roll, they just did like the rock and roll drummer of the year for the rock and roll awards or whatever. Girl Paulina Villarreal from Monterrey, Mexico, from the band The Warning.
The Warning. Oh my God, I remember that band.
Wow.
Yeah, and she's pretty special.
Wow. So here, real quick, just to do a quick recap of the entrance for this week's Image of the Week. We had the Tadpole Nebula by Chris Fjerksen. We had the Pleiades by Dave Schaefer here. And we had a wide field shot of Orion and the Horsehead Nebula by Nathan Bernard. So let's take a quick look-see here and check out who. And let me just log in here. Who we have who is the winner. So we had 27 votes in total, and the winner is Dave Schaefer. Congratulations on your Pleiades. No, you're not. Not a fifth place here. Congratulations, man. So with 14, and then so this was awesome. So congratulations there, Dave. Nice going, my man. That was a great image.
Very cool. Very cool. Congrats, Dave.
Yeah.
Oh, hold on. You got no. There we go. Now we can hear you again.
Yeah. So the first time I ever did it.
Nice.
I've never done it before because every time
you've never done the Pleiades before?
No, because it seemed like every time I had a chance to do it, the moon was too bright, and the stars aligned this year, and I was like, I got a couple nights I can get and there's no moon, and I just racked it out, and it came out really well. And I was surprised how well it came out because.
So tell us, because unfortunately it doesn't show, the details of the project. Why don't you go into a little bit more detail of, the equipment you used and your integration test?
So basically GT81, so reduced 0.8, so 385 focal length.
Okay.
I used the 26M Altair, so that's the 571 mono. The what do they call them? Astronomic.
Yep.
RGB, and the SkyTech, which is the Altair L Pro.
Okay.
Probably the L Pro is the one I did the most, which was like, I think 46, 47 frames of that. All of them 180 seconds.
180 seconds.
And then the RGB, I did probably 20, or I think it was about an hour each. So it was only like 5.5 hours of integration.
Right.
That's not bad.
That's why I was surprised how well it came out for 5.5 hours. I'm in Bortle 7.
Yeah.
And for 5.5 hours, I was impressed how well it came out.
Absolutely.
Yes. No, it's great. That was a great image. I mean, it's one of my personal favorites because I personally have 7 sisters. So to have
that makes it, the Guardians, right? Don't they aren't they the Guardians from Orion or something like that? Or one of you guys?
Yeah, they're the daughters of Atlas. Yeah, they're the daughters of Atlas.
That's right.
Yes.
Yeah. You're lucky you don't have 7 brothers, because then we could have 7 brides for 7 brothers.
Oh gosh. So yeah. No, it was, and I actually took an image of the Pleiades a couple years ago, and actually, I kind of liked it, so I ended up framing it and made 7 copies of it. And
I think I'm gonna get that one put on metal print. And have that one framed up. It came out really, really good.
It did.
I was surprised for just 5.5 hours.
Yep.
That it came out that well.
But you know what? On a serious note, for those of you that have no plans to be at the New York City Theater at Westbury on Saturday, April 6th, it is a plethora of music that I'm very excited about that I'm going to be going to.
Uh-oh.
The main concert is going to be TKA, George Lamond, Judy Torres, Rob Bass, Cynthia and Johnny O, Lime, Alicia, and the Cover Girls. So it's going to be an 80s disaster. So it's going to be a lot of fun.
That's awesome.
It's going to be a lot of fun.
I bet, man.
Dude.
But congrats.
Anyway,
that's gonna let me know how that turns out. Let me know how that concert goes.
But well,
let me know how the concert goes.
I still got to find someone to go with me. So,
jeez.
Hey, listen, that was my day. I was the guy in the IROC that was like not Italian but wanted to be. But hey, it's gonna be a lot of fun. But all right, so it's like 9:35. You want to do final thoughts and say goodnight?
Yeah, I mean, again, thanks everybody for hanging out with us. Really appreciate it. Again, Dave, congrats on your image. Thanks, awesome. And congrats to all of our other Image of the Week winners for January. We will be getting everything set up on the website for the next upcoming
giveaway. We didn't do the giveaway.
Oh yes, yeah.
I'm sorry.
So we have to do that real quick.
Finish what you're doing. I gotta load it up. Finish what you're doing.
Yeah. So we are going. So I'll go ahead and get everything set up on the website for the image of the week for next week, which will be the first week of February. We'll start doing it all over again, for February. We will get that going. It'll be ready to get it set up for tomorrow morning. Entry should start opening up at 8 a.m. Eastern time and runs until I believe 7 a.m. Tuesday, 7 a.m. Eastern on Tuesday. So get ready. So go ahead. So get ready to have whatever images you guys have been working on. It doesn't matter if it's a recent one or something that you've worked on a while back, but you're really proud of it and you'd like to share it. You can go ahead and drop it into the link tomorrow, and you never know, you could be selected for the upcoming image of the week. So definitely. And besides that, thanks everybody again. If you do have questions, for novice questions, just getting started, using a DSLR or a star tracker, getting suggestions for a star tracker or anything like that, hit us up. You can hit Dan up from AstroWorldTelescopes.com regarding suggestions of star trackers and his opinion and stuff like that, and you can even order them from him, or just like I said, drop a line in our Discord and talk to us, or any of us, who are members about getting started. So, may not be a bad idea, Dan, if you want to just drop in the link for the Discord channel.
It's actually it's in the YouTube
description.
Yep.
Oh, perfect. So it's already in the description. So just go ahead, check out the description,
and drop it down, and it'll be there.
There you go.
All right.
Dave, do you have any final thoughts or anything like that?
I just want to say thanks for anybody out there that voted for my image this week. I mean, I appreciate it. I love doing this, and it's one of my favorite things to do, regardless, as long as I have clear skies. So, lately it's been horrible, and I know for everybody else it's been bad too. So, but clear skies are coming eventually, hopefully. But I love interacting with everybody. I love talking with you guys, and I love interacting with everybody on Discord. If I can help people give advice, or if I love getting advice. I love trying new things and being able to work my images in many different ways, and it's always a learning thing. And it's just really great hanging out. And if any of you guys want to come on, hit Dan up on Discord. I don't have to be the only one coming on here. Some of you guys could come on too, and hang out. It's fun.
Let's see. All right. So in the immortal words of the Beatles, for every mistake we must surely be learning, right? So I mean, that's what we do. We make a lot of mistakes in astrophotography, and every single time we learn and move forward. So that being said, let's see. I'll be here tomorrow. Try the steak. Where are you going to be?
Try the steak.
Did I miss something there? What's tomorrow? Tomorrow's Saturday.
Tomorrow's Saturday.
I don't know. Maybe something's going on. I don't know. All right, so let's do a giveaway, right? We got 2 giveaways to do tonight, right? So we got and I hate when that happens sometimes. That's Sean. Let's see, Dave. That's it. So we got 2 giveaways. The first one that we're gonna do is the Masters of PixInsight, and I gotta get my masterful pen and I gotta put on my glasses, and we'll do the first one. So this is for the free Masters of PixInsight workshop first, and it's gonna be the same wheel because this is the same company. So same people have signed up for this. So here we go. Free Masters of PixInsight workshop. MOP goes to Marcus Reed.
Marcus.
Congrats,
Congratulations.
Marcus. REED.
Yay, Marcus.
And I will send you an email, Marcus, with instructions on how to redeem your free Masters of Pixel Inside Workshop. And congratulations. And the next one is going to be for the IP4AP yearly subscription. There we go. IP4AP.
Gideon. Nice.
Gideon Sanders. There you go, Gideon.
Nice.
All right. Christmas came early, so there you go. So congratulations to everybody on that. I'll send you guys an email tomorrow, and we'll take care of that. So nice job, everybody. Great job. All right. All right. That being said, everybody, I think it's time to say
Do, 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 do.
good night, sweetheart. Well,
Yeah, it's time
to go.
to go.
Who's that?
Do, 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 do.
Who's that? Bowser? Bowser, right?
Yeah, that band was great. That
Oh.
show used to be so fun.
Da-na-na.
Da-na-na.
Gosh, yeah. God, we're showing our ages, aren't we?
Oh,
Yeah.
I love Shauna.
They were fun.
Yep, they were a lot of fun. They were a lot of fun. All right, everybody. Well, again, everybody have a great weekend, because I know I'm almost done with the AstroWorld Telescope's website. I can see the light at the end of the tunnel. I'll be able to start imaging and everything, hopefully done by the end of the month. That's my goal. So I have 3 more, and somebody was asking me. Yes, we do now have Deep Sky Dad up there and Wanderer Astro products up there. So go check it out if you want some flat panels, 3D printed flat panels. We have them too. We don't have them in stock yet, but we could get them very, very easily. What else? The last 2 is Bob's Knobs and SKB cases. Those are the last 2 I got to put in there. And I'm going to take it easy on getting some new vendors for a little bit, because I'm literally been doing this since May of last year. So you know, I got
Bob's Knobs. That's a good. Bob's Knobs is a good one. Those things work great.
Yep, Bob's Knobs. You know, it's really good. And you know, you just get the no more screwdrivers, no more Allen keys. It's a wonderful thing. So
it makes it so easy.
It does. But anything else, guys? Would you like to say anything else? Because my throat's dead.
I would say Nikon Jacks. Going to be a hell of a game on Sunday. I hope your boys got it ready, because the Chiefs mean business.
Who owned the Chiefs?
Chiefs are hard to beat in the playoffs.
Yep. Kelce gonna get another one or no?
I don't know. We'll see. I guarantee you, Jason Kelsey's gonna be shirtless in the box somewhere.
Come on, Lamar MVP. Let's go MVP. Let's go.
Lamar Jackson is a stud.
They're gonna come in with another chunky commercial. It's gonna be.
Yeah. So it's going to be interesting. It's going to be some great games this weekend. So if you guys are football fans, enjoy your championship weekend, because it's going to be epic, I think.
And the Super Bowl is the Sunday after my birthday, as usual. So see what happens. Lamarvelous. There you go.
Lamarvelous.
Jerks.
That's right.
Anyway, that's it. We're done. Everybody have a great night. Have a great weekend. Enjoy your football. Stay home and stay safe. And come see us next Wednesday. No guest next Wednesday, so we'll have to come up with something. And next Friday, again, same thing. We'll be doing Constellation night. Picture of the week for first one for February, and the voting will be started for picture of the month for January by then, I think. And because we could put them up as early as tomorrow, really, if we think about it. But probably won't be done until the middle of next week. So, but
they'll be ready to go.
they'll be ready to go. All right, poker and football. Does it get any better than that? Yes. Whiskey. Yes, it does. Whiskey and a good, really cheap cigar. There you go. So, everybody, have a great night. Take care. Enjoy your imaging. And remember, as always, to keep imaging, keep educating, and clear skies. And we'll see you next Wednesday. Have a good night.
Take care, everybody.
Have a great weekend, everybody.
Bye-bye.